Hello, Sergeant Devilldog here, and welcome to episode 31 in my series on construction simulators. In this episode, we're looking for a new contract again. Rightio, so the first thing we need to do is go into our jobs. What we're going to do is start another contract, so we'll go into our first contract since we've done the boardwalk. Our next contract is going to be bridge, so we need to build a bridge. So we'll accept this contract to build the bridge. So the very first step is we need to go for a meeting with our tourist director. So what we'll actually do is exit out. We'll bring up our map and we'll actually see where we need to go for this meeting. Right, straight down past where we've done the shipping container mission. So what we need to do is we'll go and jump in our ute and we'll head on down to our meeting. Well, I'll just change the camera view. There we go, and we'll head off out of our yard. When we get to the front gate, through the front gate, we'll turn down to our left, down to the traffic lights, turn left again, and just straight down the hill. So what I'll do is I'll cut the video here, and I'll catch up to you when we get down to our meeting site. Rightio, we're coming up to our meeting. You actually have to come down off the road, down onto the river. There's our tourist director standing just there over to the left hand side. So we'll jump out of a car and we'll run over and have a meeting and see what she's got to say for herself. Simply when you get here, just hold the triangle button down and she'll start telling you what she needs you to do.
For some time now, I've had my eye on an abandoned part of this city that would be ideal for a holiday resort. It's far from the loud and stuffy inner city with a perfect view of the ocean on one side and a magnificent view of the city skyline on the other. Of course, we want to stand out with a perfect location and easy accessibility. This means that the construction of a direct and safe transport link across the water to the vacation resort is crucial. And that's where you come in.
Rightio, it looks like the tourist officer wants us to build a bridge across the river into the city. So there's two stages to this first section, which is deliver some material and actually drill some pylons in. So what we might do is we might actually go and pick up the material first. This seems like a nice quick section. So what you need to do is bring up your company, your vehicle fleet. What we'll do is we'll jump into our semi and trailer. Right, this is back at our yard. So just hold the X down and you'll fast travel to it. We'll change the view of the camera. And we'll just head up to our building supply store up here in the village and actually load it up with all the material we need. And then we'll head on down to the bridge building site. So as we come through the gate, we need to turn to our right and go up over the hill, and it's not too far around to the building supply store. We've been here a few times before. I'll cut the video here and catch up to you. Rightio. We're actually just coming up to the building supply store. This is the same store as in episode 1 where we picked up our trailer and the green pipe. So what we'll do is we'll head around the back, do our big U-turn and park in the loading zone. Just turn around, just nudge the truck forward into this yellow zone. We'll change the camera angle again to make sure we're parked right in the zone so we can auto load. So might need to move forward just a tiny bit to get the whole tray in the zone. Now we can jump out and run around to the front of the store. Once we get to the front of the store, we just hold the triangle button in and this will take us into the store. Righto, hold the triangle down. Rightio, as you can see, some of the products in the store have a red circle on it. This actually highlights the items you need to buy and the quantity of items. Once you actually buy all the items you need, the red circle will turn green. So just keep clicking on till it goes green. Now we can go to checkout once we've got all the items. Now what we need to do is highlight the auto load and then we can hold the X button down to purchase everything and the material should automatically be loaded on our truck. So we'll run back and just make sure it is. Rightio, it's nicely loaded on the truck. There's nothing double stacked, so this should make it easy to unload. Now what we'll do is we'll climb back in our truck and head into the building site. We'll change the camera angle. Rightio, we'll just drive out of the front driveway and straight across the road. If we stay on this road, it'll actually take us down to the building site. So what I'll do is I'll cut the video. Rightio, we're coming up to the building site down on the river. What I'll do is just up here I'll change the camera angle and we'll pull up next to the material we need to unload, the designated market area. So I'll put a little trailer up level with where we need to unload. Now we hold the square button in, go into crane mode on our truck, and now we can unload the product. We'll start from the far end, all the material closest to where we need to unload it, and then we'll just work across. As you can see, we've got our white circle on the ground. This will show us where our hook will line up. So we'll line up the white circle with the blue circle on top of the product. Lower the hook down. When the blue circle goes green, hit the X button and we can pick up the material. So we'll swing out. Once you've picked up the material, as you can see, one of the blue designated areas on the ground will highlight a bit brighter. This is where you need to place the material you've got on your crane. So we'll just lower it down till it goes green, hit the X button and she'll unload. Right, now we'll head back and pick up the Rio, which is right at the very back. This is the next item on the ground, so we need to bring our hook in, hit the X button, lift up, and we'll just swing it around. Need to bring your hook in a little bit. So you can just use the white circle on the ground. This is where your product will land, so just center it over where you need to place it on the ground, and then we can just lower it down. When it goes green, hit the X button, and this will drop it off the hook. Now we'll pick up our 2 red pallets, starting the one closest to where we need to dump it. Just swing around, lower it down, hit the X, it will square itself up. Now we'll swing back around, grab our second red pallet. We'll lift this up, swing around, away, around. Now we need to bring the boom in, lift it up a little bit, bring the load right in and then lower it down to the ground. Try not to get it hooked up on the leg, right, hit the X to drop it off. Now our last thing is our bulk bag. So we'll swing it out, lower the hook, boom out a tiny bit, wait for it to go green, hit X button. Now we'll swing around and this will be the last item we need to drop off. What we can do now is we can actually return the truck back to storage, so it'll get refueled and that way it'll be off the job site. So hold your square button down, reset the crane, we'll put the legs back up. There we go, the legs are back up. So now we can jump out of the truck and go into our company in the vehicles fleet. Rightio, and we'll return the truck and the trailer back to storage. Back into storage. Now what we need is our drill platform, which is our giant excavator drill. So we'll just fast travel to that. This is back up at our yard. So what we need to do is bring our map up and we'll fast travel this down to the job site. Highlight the job site, hold the triangle button in. Rightio, this puts you up on the main street above the job site, so we'll have to tram this down the hill and back up the river. This could take a few minutes, so what I'll do is I'll actually fast travel. I'll skip the video here and see you when we get down to the job site. Rightio, we are approaching the job site. In our excavator, drill, what we need to do, as there is 3 sections to setting a drill up. Section 1, we need to pick up a piece of pipe with some yellow paint on it. Part 2, we need to pick up our second piece of pipe, and then part 3 we need to fill the hole with concrete. So what we'll do is we actually need to line up our white circle on the ground with our first piece of pipe we need to pick up. When you're in drive mode, this will allow you to use your crane. So what I'll do is I'll change the camera so we can see outside, and I'll drop the crane rope down. Once the crane rope comes down low enough, the blue circle on the end of the pipe will go green, hit the X button and we'll hook the pipe up. So now we'll lift the pipe up off the ground. Now we can actually swing our drill platform around and highlight our white circle on the ground over top of the blue column where we need to drop the pipe. Once we actually get the pipe in place, we just lower the pipe to the ground, hit the X button, which will uncouple the pipe off the crane rope. So we'll just lower the pipe down. You can hit the X button, it'll drop into place, or lower it to the ground. I like lowering it to the ground. Hit X, and the pipe will disconnect. Now what we need to do is thread the auger of the drill into the pipe. So what you need to do is actually change to drill mode, so you can lower your auger down. So I think that's about right. So might need to go forward a tiny. No, I need to go back a tiny bit. Change the drill, lower the auger down, slide it inside the pipe. Well, we'll try to line this up. Wish you could zoom in closer. Looks like I'm going into the pipe. So then what I'll do is start moving the head down as we dig in. Once the auger actually digs into the soil, you'll actually see a yellow highlight go around your speedo. Now what we need to do is hit the X button, so the head of the drill will hook up with the pipe. So when we're drilling in, you can push the pipe into the ground. So I'll push it down. We'll wait till our auger's full. Rightio, now we'll just hit the X button to uncouple the pipe from our head of our drill. We'll lift our drill all the way out of the pipe, and we'll spin around to the side, and then by shaking your drill, your auger will empty itself. So simply hit your left trigger up and down, fully up and down, which will shake your head of your auger. Now we can swing back around. Once we've actually started having the pipe in the ground, when you line your head up, it will go green, the circle around the top. So we'll just drop it down the pipe again. Lower the whole shaft down, whole drill down. We need to actually drill down to 37%. So just hit the X button, which will lock the pipe into the drill platform. Righto, now we need to push down and keep drilling down. Once we hit 37%, as you can see, there's another blue highlighted area. This is telling us we need to actually hook up the second pipe and attach it to the first pipe. So we'll pull the drill back out. Any dirt we've got in our auger will swing to the right hand side and shake this lot of dirt out. Just shake it, head it a little bit. Once it falls out, our yellow circle will disappear off our speedo. Now we can turn around, we'll keep going to our left, and what we'll do is we'll line up our crane rope with the second pipe, so we can pick the second pipe up. I just moved the drill head out of the way, so when we actually go to line it up to drop down the pipe, it'll be high enough so we won't hit the top of the pipe. Change to drive mode, just reverse back a tiny bit. As I lower the rope, we're not quite lined up, so I'll have to move back a little bit. And then by swinging the loader around to your left, we'll actually line that white circle up with the blue circle on the pipe. So we can line the rope up. Rightio, it's gone green, so we can actually hook up, lift our pipe up. Once we get our pipe off the ground, we don't have to lift it that high. We can just turn around back towards the blue pipe on the ground. Now we'll just drive forward. As you can see, if you line up your white circle on the ground with where you need to drop the pipe, we just lower it down. Should line up. Right, have to go forward a tiny bit more. Righto, we'll just lower it down to the ground, hit the X button, and the two pipes should join together. Right, they've lined up. Now we need to put our auger back down into the pipe. So we need to change to drill mode once we've lined up a bit. Need to swing around a tiny bit more to our right. We change to drill mode. Rightio, it looks like we're lined up nice. If you actually see, there's a bit of a yellow circle on the white circle on top of the pipe. This is telling you what direction you need to actually move back. So we're not quite there. We need to move back a tiny little bit. So we'll just move back just the tiniest little bit. Oh, went forward. Move back a tiny little bit. That looks like it's right. Change back to drill mode. Right, it's all green, so it's right. We can go straight down. Need to move back to the right a tiniest bit. Right, this is pretty fiddly. Right, we'll drop the auger in. We'll line it down. Hit the X button to hook the pipe up to the top of the drill rig, and we'll just push it down into the ground. Once we actually push the pipe all the way into the ground, you'll only get a maximum of 75%. What we need to do is disconnect from the pipe now. You won't get any higher because the last 25% is filling the pipe up with concrete. And now what we need to do is move across to our second pipe. Just turn to our right and shake the head to see if there's any dirt on it. I don't think we've picked up any dirt. Now what we'll do is we'll actually change it into drive mode, and we'll drive over to the second column. Swing around nicely, square up a bit, go to drive mode, reverse back. Swing around. Now we can just drive forward. What we'll try to do, we know the first pipe we have to pick up is the pipe on the right hand side, so we'll try to aim our crane towards that pipe. We'll try to aim the cab because the crane rope drops down directly in front of your cab. We'll change the camera angle. Rightio. Try to line up that white circle on the ground, the blue circle on the pipe. Now that it's gone green, this is where your hook will land. So I'll change the camera view and we'll drop our hook down. Once the hook gets low enough, your blue circle will turn green. You just hit the X button to hook the cables up. Alright, now we can pick our pipe up and we'll place our pipe over the blue column in the ground. We'll just swing around to our right, try to line up. Now we'll just drive forward a tiny bit, a little bit more, and swing back to our left. Alright, just drop her down, lower the pipe down. Once we get it in place, just hit the X button and it'll drop into place. Now we need to actually lower our drill head back into the centre of the pipe. I think I'm pretty right. Changing the drill mode. We'll just lower the auger down. And hope, yep, looks like it's going to line up. Our circle went white. Okay. Circle's now green. There we go. Slowly move down. Once the auger head goes into the pipe, we'll start drilling down. Oops. Keep pushing down. We'll hit the X button to hook the pipe up to our drill head. Alright, and now we'll start pushing down the same as we did on column 1. Looks like our auger's full, so we'll hit the X button to disconnect the pipe off the drill head. Pull it out, swing across to our left again. And shake the head a little bit, knock all the dirt off. There you go. Head's empty, so we'll swing back around, line our pipe up, drop our auger head into the pipe. So the shaft's going down, we'll drop the drill head down, hit the X to hook up. Now we'll just push it into the ground as we're drilling. There we go. Once we hit our 35%, 37%, there we go. Our blue column's lined up. This means we've got to get our second piece of pipe. So we'll pull our auger back out. We'll empty the dirt out of our auger. So cross to our right. Try to dump it on the same pile. Doesn't really matter where you actually dump this dirt, because once this section's finished, the excess dirt will just disappear automatically. And shake it out a little bit. Need to move the column. Oh, I'm in a bit of a shadow. Lift her up a tiny bit. Come on, shake it. There we go. Now we'll swing across to our left and we'll hook our crane up to our second pipe. What we need to do is change in the drive mode. Hold the X button down, go in the drive mode, just reverse back a little bit. Try to line up our white circle on the ground with the blue circle on the pipe. Right, it's lined up, move forward. Once it's lined up, drop the crane rope down. Once the crane rope is down, we'll hook it up by hitting the X button. Now we'll swing ourselves back to our right and line our white circle up on the ground with the blue column. Lower the pipe down over the column, hit X so it connects to the first pipe. Hit X, there we go. Now the same thing, we just need to line our auger head up with the pipe. Go in the drill mode. We need to move across to our right a little bit. Right, we need to move back, so we need to go back in the drive mode. Move back a tiniest little bit. That looks like enough. Go back in the drill mode so we can lower the head. Right, we're right now, so we can lower our auger head now into the pipe. Right, I'll keep lowering down slowly. Once the auger head goes in, you can start moving a bit quicker. Right, we'll hit the X button to join the head up with the shaft and just push it down into the ground. Once we've pushed it all the way into the ground, it'll go up to 75%. Hit the X button, unhook the pipe off the drill head, then lift it up. Lift the auger all the way out of the pipe. Now what we can do is actually clear any excess dirt off the auger head, and now we can actually pack up our drill. So we're finished with this, and now all we need is our concrete truck. So we'll go back to reset, then we'll reverse back. We'll go into drive mode. We'll just reverse back a little bit off the pipes. Then I'll jump out of the machine and we'll actually return this machine back to our storage so it can be repaired and refueled. Rightio, we'll jump out. Rightio, we'll bring up our company vehicle fleet. Bring up company vehicle fleet. Rightio, go right through, return to storage, holding the triangle button in. Now we need our concrete truck pump. So we'll fast travel to this by holding the X button down, change our view. Now we'll drive this down to the job site. We'll drive out our front gate, turn to our left, and then I'll cut the video and I'll see you when we get to the job site down by the river. We'll just come out the gate, turn left, and I'll see you when we're starting to pull up to our job site. Right, coming along the creek, I'll change the camera view. Now what we want to do is position our concrete truck halfway between the two holes so our boom will reach. So we'll put the truck level with the material on the ground. We'll park it about here, hold the X button down, put our legs out on our pump. Now we can move our boom out. Remember, this is a 3-stage boom, so we have 3 lengths. So we'll lift up the first stage, swing the second stage under, then fold the third stage over. Now as you can see, there's a white circle on the ground. This is where your concrete pump will drop the concrete. So we'll line this up over the hole. It's a bit hard because once you actually line it up over the hole, it disappears until the hole's full. Now what we'll do is we'll quick fill our concrete truck. Now we'll start our concrete discharge, then we'll start our concrete pump. As you can see, the concrete is falling into the hole and our 75% is slowly building up to 100%. Once the concrete starts getting up near the top, you'll see the green circle come up the centre of the shaft to show you that you've filled the hole up. We'll just keep pumping. 97, 98. Right, we've hit 100, so we'll turn the concrete off. Now we'll swing the nozzle around to the first hole. Right, we might just have to extend it out a little bit. By extending it, we need to just lower the first boom out. Alright, we'll just get over the hole, lower the nozzle down a little bit. I think that's over top. We'll start the discharge up and then start the pump up again. Maybe I'll just move it to the left a tiny bit. Right out, slowly climbing up. I'm not too sure how many loads of concrete it will take to do this job. But I'll say take a fair few because it's a fairly big bridge we've got to build. There we go, we're 97, 98. 99, there's 100%. Turn the pump off. Now it's asking us to move the concrete truck out of the blue designated area. Rightio, now it's asking us to pour a slab, so we've actually got to pour the footings to the bridge. So what we'll do is we'll start the discharge back up and start pouring the concrete into this slab. Rightio. As you can see, your white circle inside your slab area actually starts off green. Once it's actually that area is filled in, it actually goes to white. This is when you need to move the nozzle in your pump further around. See how it's gone back to green? So we'll start the pump back up. Once it goes white, start moving your nozzle along the slab. Slowly moving along. And it's slowly filling in as we work our way along the frame. So what I'm doing is lifting the back boom up and then lowering the nozzle to work our way along so we can pour it as one continuous pour. Hopefully we'll have enough concrete in this truck to finish this pour. Alright, it's gone white. Keep moving along. Try not to spill too much out. And there we go, we've actually run short. So what we'll do is we'll go and quick fill our truck a second time. Then we'll just start discharge and then start the pump up. Finish off pouring the slab. Right, now we need to start booming out. Get this last little bit up to 98%. Keep going. There you go, there's 100%. So we'll turn the discharge off. Pump automatically turned off. We need to clear the job site. Now we need to start filling the pillars up. So what we'll do is we'll bring our white circle over top of the box, start our discharge, start our pump up. Now we'll fill the boxes up. Once the boxes get to the top, it'll actually ask us to move the pump out of the way. And then another box will go up on top. With this concrete truck, we can only reach as high as 3 boxes, and then we'll have to go and change to a concrete pump and a concrete truck, a bigger pump. Right, just lift it up, there we go, there's our second level. So what we'll do is we'll move our nozzle across, start our discharge, start our pump up. So you have to do 2 columns on this side of the bridge. As you're building the columns on this side of the bridge, they're automatically getting built on the far side of the river. So you only have to build the one side. There we go, we'll fill this up. We're running out of concrete pretty quick. So there we go, there's another column. There's our second column. Alright, there's a third section. We'll go across and do this left hand side column now. before it gets too far away. Just move our white circle over the top of the edge of the box. There we go. You need to move it. There it goes. It goes green, the circle. So we'll start discharge, start our pump up. For filling this box up. We'll run out of concrete before we actually fill this one to the top. So what we'll have to do is quick refill our concrete truck again. Alright, so we can start a discharge up, start our pump up. There we go. Going down nicely. Once this column fills up, we'll move on to the next column. Lift our nozzle up. We'll swing around. If you like this video, please feel free to hit the like button on your bottom left hand side of your screen and start our discharge up and fill this column up. So, as I said, this pump will only reach up 3 levels high, and then you'll have to change to a big concrete pump. And please feel free to subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to get 500 subscribers by Christmas. I've currently just got under 300, so please feel free to subscribe. Rightio, so I can't reach any more, so we'll have to change. We'll pack this truck up and we'll go to our concrete pump. Unfortunately, while I was taping this, we had a blackout, so I lost the footage of us doing the rest of the columns. So I've just cut a little section in once we had finished with the concrete pump and the truck we used. So we'll just pack this one away. And this is where I'll finish up this video, and I hope to catch you on the next section to show you the end. Bye for now.